Right. Terrible boots. What to do now? Canvas the castle, maybe. It's been on hold for a long time already. Someone has stolen a painting and we need to talk to people to see who the hell it was. Be sure we point at our finger at the correct guy.
Afternoon, sir. Have you seen that poor man staying in the chapel hall? I heard he's under some sort of curse. You too.
Hard to imagine a motive for such an act.
There's no problem.
Unless it's an outside thief, but if someone inside the castle took it, why?
Someone was able to lift the curse from that poor man at the chapel.
No shit.
Farewell. A pleasure to meet you again. For you, of course.
Gather clues.
My duties rely on watching no more than the throne and attending to visitors. But confidentially, I will say that Orgnolf has been acting a bit unusual. His abuse of drink has gotten worse lately. He has taken to asking for money from others to purchase spirits. A porter's wage does not befit his habit. I heard that the Fighters Guild botched a job. They lost a bunch of men in the raid.
Laith Wovrick, the castle herald, told me that he's observed Orgnolf having a drinking problem and often asking for money to fund his new habit. Should continue questioning the suspect, the Countess recommended.
Fare thee well.
I don't recall what she recommended.
Greetings and...
We're here to serve. I was with the Countess all evening. Didn't see a thing. I could be wrong, but it seems to me there's something shady going on at the Oaken Crozier. Bye.
I hope the investigation goes... Your best bet is to speak to residents of the castle. Once you have found out all you can, search for physical clues. I was elsewhere at the time of the robbery, and the chamber was locked. The only other people who have had access to the chamber and were unaccounted for are the court mage, Chanel, and the porter, Orgnolf. Don't forget to check with Bitneld, the captain of the guard, my steward, Oruk Grogoth, and my herald, Laith Wavrick. Good luck investigating.
Thanks for the tips. One or two people. I just need to choose the correct guy. So that narrows things nicely. Am I okay to move around here? Technically yes. Can't go in the private quarters. I can there, but not to these two others.
Hail, Sir Knight.
So, you a living statue, or are you gonna say something? All right.
One of the suspects.
Aye, it was a fine portrait of a fine man. Who do you think you are questioning me? I'd just as soon ask a goblin maiden to a dance than to answer your stupid questions.
Probably should come back here during a different time of day.
Oh, it's Valga's errand boy. How goes the big, important investigation? So, the Countess hired you to find the painting, eh? Well, you'll not find it by gawking at me. We'll see.
I think we need to ask other things
Back to
about
work for poor old
Oblivion
Oblivion.
before we can pressure him to reveal anything. But everyone went back to sleep at this stage, or at least left the entrance hall, so I don't think we can really question everyone anymore. To wait for another day.
You smell of death. Been conjuring up dead things?
Yes.
Well, I'm Bitneld, the Curse Bringer, captain of the Chorrol Guard. What can I do for you? Go ahead. You've got a point. I salute you. What? You think that's funny? That's amazing. You win. Don't win. That's just stupid. You win this. I don't talk. That's sorry. That's not bad. There are a lot of fine-looking women in Chorrol, yeah, but they're all kind of snooty and not very nice. Hey, you're the one they call the hero of...
Any clues?
I'm sorry, I wasn't in that evening. I was making my rounds of Chorrol. The only odd occurrence lately was with Channel. I have seen her spending a lot of time in the West Tower. When I asked her about it, she said it involved her spell research. I suppose at the time it sounded good enough for me.
Bitneld, the captain of the guard, said he had been out on patrol in the streets of Chorrol that night. In addition, he mentioned seeing Chanel spend a good deal of time in the castle's west tower, but when he had confronted her about it, she said that was where she had been performing some of her magic research. Continue questioning the suspect.
Goodbye.
Hello there.
Where is she? They're all inside there, probably just resting. I think we're much better off doing this some other day. Everyone relevant seems to be in the Great Hall at this point.
Hey.
We probably have to go and take a look at the West Tower at some
You've got
point.
some nimble fingers. What have you been
Yeah,
getting into?
who the hell is in the private quarters? Doesn't look like they're ever coming out. Chanel's quarters. I mean, does she ever plan to come out?
Hello. You searching for something?
I am indeed.
Yes?
Let's be friends first.
Oh, is that so? What a goodness, what can I say? Get away. That's just, what a, well done. Really, well, get away. Is that so? Not, you're wasting, what a, I wish I, all right, I get it. The night that the painting was stolen, I was in the courtyard of the castle taking star readings. After a while, I decided to go into the dining area just off the Great Hall. I poured myself some wine and studied the charts I had made until it was time to sleep. From there, I went directly to my chamber and slept the rest of the night. The stolen painting was of Count Valga. Whoever painted it could not do the man justice. He was kind and noble, which is difficult to convey on canvas. I'm afraid other than that, I cannot offer much more information.
That's a suspiciously detailed account of the painting.
Yes, I have heard that the painting of the Count was taken. I was unaware she hired an outsider to conduct the investigation. May luck be with you. I'm sure you've heard that Glistel and Melintus Ancrus are living together. Simply shameful. We're simple, God-fearing folk here in County Chorrol. Easterners worship their wallets and their fat bellies.
When I asked about the night in question, Chanel told me that she spent some time in the courtyard of the castle taking star readings. Then she made her way to the dining area of the Great Hall. Finally, she went to her quarters to sleep. I should continue questioning the suspects.
Until your return.
He offered a lot of details though, so maybe we can trip her up with something.
It's curious.
A pleasure to meet. You heard about the Fighters Guild members tearing up a tavern in Leowin? As if they didn't have enough problems with the Blackwood Company. Fare thee well.
What?
You're pretty much the last witness.
I don't trust you enough.
Oh, for fuck's sake.
I'm listening. What nonsense.
Yeah.
Oh, I like that. A lot. Is that? What a great story. You too.
Greetings, investigator.
What can I do for you? Huh. I don't remember seeing Channel or Orgnolf that entire evening. But then again, I stayed in my quarters most of the night. There was no point in going on my usual walk with all of the rain falling. As far as Channel and Orgnolf go, they seem fine to me. I only had a minor scrape with Orgnolf recently. I caught him drinking in the West Tower on the upper level. I told him if he didn't stop, I would tell the Countess. He just grumbled and agreed. He hasn't bothered me since. I just feel safe living here in Chorrol. I mean, we have the head of the Fighters Guild right here in town.
Our first lie, at least.
Take care. Oh, it's... Who do you think you are? Oh. The night of the theft, I was in the Great Hall, having an argument with a delivery boy from Braville. It seems his horse lost its footing in the heavy rain we had that night, and the shipment of port that it was carrying slipped to the ground. Oh, the fall broke most of the bottles. He didn't want to claim responsibility, but I gave him what for and sent him away. After that, I spent the rest of the night in my quarters, reading.
Right. Chanel is the only one who lied. At least there's multiple witnesses about the bad weather. When I asked about the night in question, Orgnolf told me that he spent is there anything interesting here? I have spoken to all of the possible suspects and witnesses. Now I should concentrate on gathering the clues if I'm to solve the crime.
Back to work for poor
West Tower, probably.
Orgnov.
Can I get there from here? North Tower.
Any luck yet?
How are you?
I would accuse Chanel at this point. I don't see who else it could be. Wait, let's go there. Here first. Ooh. I found an interesting painting in a concealed area of the West Tower. It seems someone in the castle is a painter. I think I should continue looking for more clues. They painted over the painting, would be my guess. That way they can steal it, get it out of the place. It's not the drunkard, it's Chanel, but why? Yeah, here's the other one comes here to drink. Chanel is the painting one, probably. What exactly am I supposed to collect? I mean, what counts as a clue here? We could go to Chanel's quarters, try to see her notes about the stargazing. Which don't exist. Are there additional pieces of proof here? Right, I'm going to Channel's quarters. No, we'll visit the Great Hall, the diner there. That was where the other guy said he went drinking. Although I'm not sure what exactly am I supposed to find days, if not weeks
Good to
after
see
the
you.
event. Paint-stained carpet. I found paint stains and a paint footprint on the carpet in the dining area of the Great Hall. I think I should continue looking for more clues. Why would there be anything here in any case?
Oh. Back to work for poor old Orgnov.
I mean, I have no idea who sits here. Does this have anything to do with the robbery? Maybe the painting was here originally. I don't recall any of the details. Wait, who the hell are you?
Greetings, investigator.
Ah, she changes outfits from time to time. Supposed to find something hidden. Seems weird to me. Not quite sure why. Janelle seems to have painting supplies concealed in a lectern in her room. The fact they're concealed seems suspicious. I now have enough clues to make an accusation.
Hello again. I hope you're certain. Are you accusing me of taking the painting?
Yes, I accuse you of the crime.
Very well. I confess to the crime. But please understand, I only did it out of the great love I had in my heart for Count Valga. It was I that painted that portrait. When the Count was lost, the Countess spent so much time with it that I became jealous. I had to have the painting back, so I decided to steal it, then hide it behind the painting in my quarters. I'm ashamed of my crime, but ready to face what fate has in store for me. You have your criminal. I was careless to leave my art supplies around the castle like I did. I suppose I was easy to discover. I am ashamed that I took the painting, but my love for the Count was greater than you could imagine. I am undone.
Can I get the painting? No, apparently not. Who do I need to report to? I'm definitely going to report it, but can't do anything about it, I guess.
My fate is in your hand.
They're not exactly going to cut her head off for doing it.
Oh, you have returned from your... Whom did you accuse?
I accused Janelle.
I'm shocked to hear of Chanel's crime, as she has always been such a nice member of our court. But I see that your evidence is without question. She shall be banished from Castle Chorrol and stripped of her duties. However, I am not without pity, and therefore she shall not be jailed. But she is never to set foot in Chorrol again. Congratulations on a job well done. As a reward, please accept this bounty of gold and gems. You've earned it.
I already had the portrait. Flawless emerald. 500 gold.
We're a mountain people, tough, independent. County Chorrol is rich in mines and timber, wool and mutton, and hard-working people.
Hard working people.
The Doomstones are a mystery. Are they traces of the mythic times? Or creations of ancient beast folk, or lost races of mer or men? As the head of the Elder Council, High Chancellor Orcato is the de facto ruler of the Empire for the time being. Farewell.
Right. That was slightly amusing. I do wonder what other options we would have had there. You know, lied to her. Return the painting. Not sure what she could have offered us as a reward. Still, it was something different. Repairing the orrery. Not sure if orrery is a stronghold or not. Horse armor. I discovered a notice from Snug Grabura of the Chestnut Handy Stables. She is offering to outfit a horse with armor at no charge to anyone who presents her with a note like the one that I've found. I should bring my horse to her and take advantage of this offer. Do they have a horse though? Dunbarrow Cove is a stronghold. Meru's Razor is a quest. Deepscorn Hollow, I don't actually know. It certainly looks like a stronghold of some sort. Frostcrack Spire is a stronghold. Battle's Horn Castle I think is a stronghold too. Seriously, 4 strongholds? They're offering the castle itself to anyone who can help lift the siege. I don't really feel like doing those things now. A lot of management work, but I don't think there's much of a reward there to be gained. It's more or less just a waste of effort. I'll probably do it out of curiosity to see what the options are, but you'll also need quite a lot of funds to burn to upgrade the places. It might be too early for something like that. I mean, I'm not exactly poor, but still. Be a date request. Azura Shrine. Yeah. That seems like interesting enough. Desolate Mine, head north, see what happens. Yeah, we'll head north. I need some sort of night vision though. You have the shitty night vision. Well, it's good enough. Skill level is too low. Holy shit, did not even think about that. What's my illusion? I'd have to raise 10 illusion levels. I think I'm more or less going for... I don't even recall what I'm going for. What illusion spells do I even have? Pretty much the charms, I guess. So they're not good enough. Plus I can always use the mysticism version. No, I just like playing like this where I can't really see properly. I'll just wait. Yeah. Caves, camps, caves. Wouldn't necessarily be the worst idea ever to start visiting some of those places. Especially anything that's not a cave or an alien ruin might be a good idea to visit. Because there would be potential people there and quest keepers. We could, when our skill allows it, add a paralysis effect on the touch attacks. That would allow it to do the damage for a little bit longer period of time without me being in any danger of getting hit. Because even as 1 second, the paralysis is going to sort of knock them down when they recover from the paralysis effect. So it'll be maybe like 4 to 5 second disruption effect in total. So we could have a 4 to 5 second damage spell with a paralysis effect of 1 second. There's a mine somewhere up there. Gotta go for the mine first. We do need some sort of target of interest here so we can teleport. Alternatively, the camp there. Something. Actually, the camp is probably more interesting of the two places. Aelid Ruin too. This is so far out of the way of the regular roads and movement paths that there's a high probability of something good being in these Aelid Ruins. But the camp should be fairly close to the ruin itself. I saw the camp first, so I sort of assumed that it's just closer. Yeah, there's only people here. Smells like a quest. Hidden camp. Okay, not a friendly sort of people.
What's the matter?
Regular ass bandit. A little chainmail, a little bit of mithril. Door. I'd say there's a high probability that there's one of the Aelid statues is here. What is the opposition? What type of enemies? I haven't seen the U in a long time. Savage ogre. Can't really afford to take their teeth. Spells don't work that well. Also, the heavy armor makes it hard to dodge their attacks. I mean, I can tank it, but a little bit more agile on feet would be a much better thing here than heavy armor. Warhammer of weakness. No way in hell I can afford to carry that. Maybe other type of magic would work better on the ogres. At the same time, I sort of think it won't make much of a difference. They're very tanky, so they have a nice pile of hit points and they have some sort of anti-magic capability. Our summon creature will lose this badly. Yep. This is a good example why we need something besides the clan fear. It's great against a lot of different type of opponents. It is not good against certain opponents. Anything that's very good at fighting, it just won't survive. Needs something a little bit tankier at the very least. I think the victory in a lot of these fights is determined basically who gets the initial hit. That staggers the opponent, gives you an opening to continue with your other attacks. And when you get in like half a dozen hits, the enemy is dead. There's very few points of interest compared to the amount of enemies we have to kill. I mean, we're lacking even basic treasure chests. They don't really matter as long as the end reward is somewhat decent. Potion of Sorcery. And that is it. This sort of loot is a weird selection for this place because no low-level character would reasonably stumble into a place like this. Ebony Emerald Ring. Shield of Lightning. Shock shield 8%. It's a fine shield actually. Because my current shield is yeah, the massively superior shield. But I had something like, yeah, Similar quality shield, but with 8% fire. So the Shield of Lightning has a shock shield of similar level. Both vastly inferior to the current shield, though. Oops, wrong attack spell. Whatever. Orcish gauntlets. What gauntlets do we have? We have Orcish gauntlets that are altered a little bit. Not sure we care about the shield, but by the time we want to change it to something else, we also don't want the Orcish shields or gauntlets. We want something better. Button at the center. It looks like we're basically done with this. We can go there and push a button to get access to this place, and that's it. So overall pitiful loot. Absolutely disgustingly pitiful, and that's it. This would have been a wonderful early game location. Unless something pops up. Okay, it looks like something once upon a time might have been here. There's certainly nothing there now. Right, it's a big, well-defended system, and this is the end reward for it. Something was supposed to be on this pedestal, or maybe is after a quest or something. Waste of time for us. Can I go somewhere else? No. Well, that was rubbish. As is tradition with these sites, I guess. There's just way too few sites that have any kind of a story or a reasonable reward. Way too many of these time wasters. And they're always... Well, there are really two different types of enemy setups. Either one enemy is basically copy-pasted in all the 5 encounters in the site, or there's a theme. There's the necromancers, vampires, conjurers, sort of nature creatures with minotaurs, will-o-wisps and spriggans, bandits, I'm not sure, goblins. So few of those themes encounters where you can get a little bit of variety but still know exactly what you're going to encounter. Problem is that's not exactly all that interesting. Even if they would try to tell a little bit of a story with the site, that would be something interesting. You would pay attention to what you're basically doing there, instead of just going through the motions and completing it. Gutted mine, it's key. Fair enough. Sites like these don't really matter if we mark them. I mean, if we find a quest, we're going to be directed exactly here and come back. If we don't, well, doesn't matter. Only sites where we can access, we mark it on a map and then don't go. Those are the problems. How much for Alchemy 75? Only 4 levels. This is easily reachable at this point. I think we should push it. We'd have to push it pretty much immediately or level up. It's not feasible. We have to basically fight at all. Well, if I do Conjuring combat, then it's feasible. I can just take the quest here, basically. Try to avoid fighting until that point. Go and do the alchemy. Get alchemy to 75. That more or less should do it. Lannifiers are no match for the local bears either. Be a poor match for the combat animation more than anything. Oblivion Gate. It is sprouting up everywhere now. I'm going to just quick travel out of here. I want to start the quest from a fresh session and just complete it in one go. I will do the alchemy now. You can level up easily enough doing almost anything. Conjuration's probably a good bit. 84. I think there was a plan to buy extra spells. Had to visit Major Skills to get that done though. Right, 7 levels. 4 levels. That's the minimum. We can level up a few extra on top of that if we feel like it. Feather potions might not be a horrible idea. Go with restore health. Seriously? I don't want to use ingredients that we have very little of. There's no telling how valuable abilities we're gonna get out of them afterwards. So, for now, Just reduce the number of ingredients we have massive amount of. Right, we can automatically identify all effects. Silence. Anything interesting pop up? Night eye, that's fairly common now. That would be fairly good. It would be extremely low duration night eye, very likely. Carrots, 48 seconds. Well, not all that long duration, but it's acceptable. What I'm interested in is invisibility, really. That is something I would have a lot of use for. Chameleon. Well, it's not quite invisibility, but it's not close enough though. We definitely need invisibility. Paralyzed. Fennel seeds. These aren't all that rare. Fire shield. Restore magicka. I wonder how good of a shield effect can you get from these. 14% for a minute. That's a respectable amount. Still looking for that invisibility though. Pretty sure I have at least reflect spell. I'm pretty sure I have one of the invisibility effect. Reflect damage can also be in potion form. That is excellent. What is the other ingredient for reflect damage? This is very common component. Other could be flour. Simple as that. A 9% for close to a minute. And effects and durations can be altered with better gear. Scamp skin. 9% for 38. Right, but invisibility. Resist paralysis. Drain health, drain fatigue, drain agility, drain speed. Nerd root. Nothing good about it. I suppose you can make a good poison out of it. Potentially, but I don't recall seeing a lot of drain effects in other ingredients. Red wart flower has invisibility. That should narrow things down. Wormwood leaves. Vampire dust. Stinkhorn cap. I think that's most of it. Damage health. 20-second invisibility. So this is the main problem. Probably if we combine this with vampire dust, there's no real problem. So you can create invisibility through many means, but it is through vampire dust you can create the invisibility with no downsides. Although the damage is so minor, I don't think I could give a shit. Vampire dust could be much more valuable. One point of damage in exchange for a half a minute of invisibility. The ingredients don't weigh a lot either. I have to sell some of this stuff away, but not all that much of it. They don't have a huge amount of weight anymore. What we need really is better gear, alchemy gear. I suppose alchemy would be more valuable if you don't particularly want to use spell casting actively. You could achieve most of the same things, if not all of them, and they would be a little bit different because of the strength and duration. The variation is different with alchemy than with spell casting. That's about it. We're still overburdened, not sure why. Yeah, we made a lot of fortify health potions and some damage luck things, so yeah. Not a problem. I can use the feather spell enough that we can at least get the hell out of here. Actually, we could consider another feather spell, because custom version. It doesn't have to last this long, but it would be better if it would be more powerful. What is our alteration anyway? 32, not that great. Gotta sell this crap away. Gotta sell it now.
Can you spare a coin?
I can. I won't, but I can. People sell the shield here.
I hope I can help.
Hope you have better boots than what I have.
Armor, weapons, I have it all. How may I help you?
Just helms.
You drive a hard bargain.
What about the soul gems? I'm
Tell
thinking
your
of
friends about me.
just outright selling every one of them
You
that's
too.
empty. And make a more of an active effort to try buying new ones. There are two alchemical shops here. I'm going to see if we can get better gear. don't recall what our equipment level is. I think it's mostly journeyman. There might be a part or two that's lower level.
Any friend of the society? I offer the finest goods and lowest prices in all Cyrodiil.
Right. Novice, 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 novice. Not worth buying.
Good day.
Good day. I'll just dump all of this to a general store. I still want to try to purchase the booze if I can manage it. I don't think we'll get a chance. The treasure they offer basically is just not up to par.
It is good to see. Only quality goods for sale.
Right.
That's a fair deal. You've made. That's. You've made a good bit of gold. An excellent bargain.
Is it though?
A good price. That's a fair deal. A good price for a good customer.
Some of these are still somewhat
A
useful.
fine transaction. A fine transaction.
Right, this does help with the carry weight though. Pretty sure I've also picked up quite a few
You drive a hard
not
bargain.
alchemical scrolls, magical scrolls. God,
A good price.
most of them have no real use
You've
anymore.
made a.
My own spells are more powerful.
That's a fair deal.
But the soul gems, anything that has none is gonna basically be thrown out at this point.
That's a good deal.
Weak ones can at least be used for some good.
You've made a.
We'll actively buy the good ones. We can always store them
You've
at
made a
our
good-
stronghold if we don't want to carry them with us. Yeah, that aided us a little bit.
Thank you for your patronage. Please return soon. It's always.
Yeah, there's 2 armor shops I want to visit.
You smell. Salomon Gianet. I'm a musician. I had a commission from the Emperor to compose a symphony. But now, with the Emperor dead, everything is at 6s and 7s. Soon the Elder Council must choose a new Emperor, and then I suppose they'll sort out my commission. Until then, I just have to keep on working. Good day.
What can I do?
Do you have boots?
If there's a complaint about a murder, what can I interest you in?
Orcish boots. Technically they aren't massively better, but they are better. Also, I don't need to go anywhere and enchant them. I can
You bought that
just
for us.
slap
Thank
the
you.
transcendent sigil stone on them. What do we currently have the boots? Yeah, it's a fire shield. It's fine. But I don't really fight at close quarters all that often. And if I do, I can basically prepare my armor for that eventuality. So, extra carry weight might be more useful. I don't have to check every goddamn pound. Is it going to give us problems? And it's not that important that I would care if the boots are good enough. It's a fine buff, but it's a convenience buff, so valid name, right?
Take care. You're the one who... I offer the finest goods and lowest prices in all Cyrodiil. Thank you for your pay.
Thank you.
Goodbye.
Ooh, our movement speed got upped drastically. Okay, unintended side quest. I mean, side consequence. Wonder what it is. I think it's not necessarily the amount of carry weight you have. I think it's the amount of free carry weight you have. So technically you could achieve the same thing no matter how light you are. At the same time, you can do the same thing no matter how much you carry. You just need more free carry weight. Yeah, maybe the boots were a great investment. Just want to see if they last the drop of the spell. I think they do, but with the spell I'm still a little bit faster. Good to know.